The great Indian scientists. Dr. Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman. Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman was born in Tiruchirappalli in the Madras Presidency of British India, now Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, India, to Tamil Iyer Brahmin parents, Chandrasekhara Ramanathan Iyer and Parvathy Ammal. He was the second of 8 siblings. His father was a professor of mathematics and also a music lover, which meant that the household had a balance between academia and melody. Raman studied at St. Aloysius Anglo-Indian High School in Vishakhapatnam. He turned out to be a gifted student as he completed his matriculation at the age of 11. He became the youngest B.A. graduate with a gold medal in physics and English from Presidency College, Madras, at 16. By 1907, he had completed his M.A. from the same university and earned the highest rank. He was interested in physics, but at the time, science didn't have many career opportunities. Therefore, to earn a living, he qualified for the Indian Finance Service and was posted as an assistant accountant general in Calcutta. Despite having such a reputable job, he was not content with his choice of career. He soon joined the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science in Calcutta. IACS was a research institute established that offered scientists a space to research various topics. However, it had not published any research articles till then. Raman started his research right after joining, and his work on Newton's rings in polarized light became the first article from the institute to be published in Nature, a renowned British weekly scientific journal which is still in circulation. Slowly and steadily, Raman established his presence as a researcher in physics and attracted more attention in India as well as abroad. He was also in touch with Lord Rayleigh, who discovered the phenomenon of the scattering of light. Rayleigh addressed Raman as a professor and even invited him to London to research alongside him. Since Raman's health was always sensitive, he couldn't have survived England's harsh weather and stayed in India. In 1914, the University of Calcutta chose Raman to become a Pallet Professor of Physics, but due to the First World War, his appointment was delayed. However, the university started sending all students to research under Raman, and they were always inspired by his knowledge. Finally, in 1917, Raman started as a full-time professor at the Raja Bazar Science College and quit his job as a civil servant. Soon, his work started gaining more recognition, and in 1921, he was invited to London to deliver a lecture. While the trip to London was eventful, the trip back home became a historic one. During his return journey, he kept admiring the vibrant blue color of the Mediterranean Sea. Standing beside another traveler on the ship, Raman said, "How beautiful is this blue of the sea?" Mesmerizing. The fellow traveler said, "Indeed, it is beautiful. I wonder what makes it so blue." "Well," Raman said with a look of confusion, "they say it's a reflection of the sky's color." "Oh, makes sense," the man nodded. Raman said, "I don't think so, though. Look at the sky. It is blue, isn't it?" The man said, "That it is. But look at the water again." Raman said, and they looked at the water. "And the water is still blue." The man shrugged. "Do you observe that there's a difference? The sky's a lighter hue, the sea is a deeper and more vibrant hue. If the latter is merely a reflection, how come it's a different shade?" The man was at a loss for words, and Raman knew there was more to this phenomenon than the given explanation. Upon returning home, he started researching this odd scattering of light and found out that his assumptions were true. The color of the sea wasn't the reflection of the sky. This discovery made in the field of scattering of light came to be known as the Raman Effect. In 1930, CV Raman became the first Indian to receive the Nobel Prize in the field of science. The Indian government acknowledged his work by bestowing upon him the Bharat Ratna. He dedicated his entire life to physics and continued researching until his last breath in 1970. CV Raman showed the world that all one needs is a thirst for knowledge and the desire to do something great. The journey from a small village to getting awarded the Nobel Prize and Bharat Ratna, CV Raman's contribution to the field of science is remembered even today. From research over the scattering of light to X-rays and colors of the sea, Raman made the dream of India to be a leader in science and tech 1 inch closer. It is to commemorate his works in the field of science. The government celebrates National Science Day on February 28th. February 28, 1928, Chandrasekhara Venkata, CV Raman, announced the discovery of the Raman Effect, and for it, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1930. In 1986, the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, NCSTC, requested the center to designate February 28th as National Science Day. The day was first celebrated on February 28th, 1987. National Science Day is observed every year on the 28th of February to commemorate the discovery of the Raman effect by Indian physicist V Raman in 1928. Since 1986, India has been celebrating this day to acknowledge scientific achievements and promote awareness about the role of science in daily life.